Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome to 2021, where everything bad that happened in 2020 is now just a distant memory. Just kidding. Everything on that level is pretty much the same. Honestly, at this point, we use 2020 as an adjective. Man, that sounds like the 2020s. That sounds like you have a bad case of the 2020s. Make that a thing. That could definitely take off. But nonetheless, we're in a new year. 2021 could be a great time to set goals and to reset your mind. For me, I love the new year. It's more of goal setting, trying to get my priorities right. Not only focus on the future, take time to look at the past and see what I've done. I think although looking into the future and making goals is a fantastic thing to do, knowing where you came from and what you accomplished is a huge step in moving forward. So just like probably millions of people out there, I have set goals for 2021. Now, one thing about them though is I don't call them resolutions, and it's something that you practice at. Simply because goals and resolutions, when you mess up it or don't do exactly how you thought you were going to do, you write it off as a failure. Practice means that you're going to mess up. You're going to have times where you're not going to get it right, or you're going to struggle, or you're going to veer off course, but that's okay. Because in practice, you're going to make mistakes and you're just going to continue to get better. And as long as you keep moving and you get better, then hey, everything's okay. So this year I decided to set practices. I do use a journal. I write in it all the time. It's the dot one. I really enjoyed this one. But honestly, I keep it with me everywhere I go. Anything that pops in my head that catches my fancy, basically, I write it down. I'm not one for Dear Diary. Today I ate 2 rice cakes. It's not who I am. It's not what I do. But any thought that goes into my head, any quote that goes into my head, anything that I'm continuously thinking about, it allows me to put it down on paper, and I don't have to think about it anymore. It frees up space for other creative things. That's the first thing. Get yourself a notepad, a journal, your phone, notes, whatever you're going to use. Get something that you can use to write down things that just pop into your head. Clear that mind, clear that space in your head to continue to think and be creative, and just put it down. Then you can go back and kind of look at what you were thinking and kind of stuff that was going on during that time. And honestly, it ends up being sort of like a journal, just in a different format. Secondly, think about the practices that you want to focus on. What do you want to practice at? Do you want to practice at going to the gym? Those abs, which I don't have and I'll probably never have. Do you want to read 5 books? Do you want to read 10 books? Are you working on a side project that you want to put more time and effort into? What do you want to focus on in 2021, and write it down? And then after that, you look at it and you say, what do you have to do to make it come into play in order for that practice to be achieved? Fitness is one of your practices. If that's what you want to do, how many times a week are you going to go to the gym? So every day I'm going to go to the gym for 20 minutes. Whatever it is, write it down. What needs to happen in order for you to succeed at this practice, to get better at what you're trying to do? And then 3, of course, the timeline. Now you can break them down. For this month, I want to go to the gym 5 days or 2 days a week. Maybe you haven't gone to the gym in a very long time, and it's a rough concept for you to go to the gym. So make it 2 days a week for this month. At the end of this month or the end of this quarter, I'm going to reevaluate what I'm doing, maybe go 3 or 4 times a week and make sure it works. The biggest thing with practice setting or practices is you have to be able to change things up and change course a little bit in order for things to work. Because if you are so stingent on exactly how you're going to get there, what you're going to do, when something goes wrong, you're going to fall off. Basically, be adaptable in what you're doing. The biggest thing that I'm going to do in 2021 is I want to get better at my finances. I want to be debt free. What do I need to do to make that happen? I need a budget. I need to make sure that I'm writing down everything that I spend and know where my money is going. 2, I need to be intentional. I need to understand in the moment sounds great, or it's a one-off just buy kind of thing. It's something that I've taken the time to understand that's what I want. timeline for this is the end of 2021. So I have a year to work on this. I have to budget, I have to be intentional with my spending, and I have to plan. That's exactly what I have to do in order to make this work for me. Another goal that I have this year, or practice that I'm going to put into place, is I would like to buy 2 properties. What do I have to do to make that happen? I want to pay down my bills and bring up my credit score. I need to analyze deals. I need to look at the market. Now, the market right now is crazy. It is definitely a seller's market. Even though I am not ready right now to buy a property, I want to be ready when that time comes. So I will be analyzing deals. What properties are for sale, what they're looking like, what they're going for, how fast they're going. So when that money comes in and I'm ready to go, I can hit the ground running and I can get my goal faster that way. My deadline for this, I guess, September, October, I would like to have 2 properties under contract ready to go. One thing that I kind of came across was called a vision for your family. Now, even if you're single, you can still have a vision for your family. You can still set a vision for your future family or for yourself right now. If you decide that you never want to get married, never want to have kids, you can still have a vision for your family to kind of write down what you want for your family in 5 to 10 years. That's in work, that's in physical sense, that's in everything. So the vision for my family is I want to work less in a W-2 job and work more side hustles. I like to work, I like to be busy, I like to do things, but I would like to get away from the W-2 jobs that I currently have, which are 2, and do more side hustles, do more YouTube, do more videos, do more photo, maybe websites, just kind of dabble in that and just get something that's going and make that work for me. That's what I would like to do. I would like to have more time for my family. I'd like to have more vacations, more time to travel, more time to explore. That's very important to me. In the 5 to 10 years, that is where I see my life going. Although we work so hard, constantly, 40 hours a week, or some of us even more. I have 2 W-2 jobs right now on top of real estate. We can always earn more money. You can always, right now, you can be an Uber driver. You could be a Lyft driver and make a couple extra bucks here and there. But the thing that you can never get back is time. Now think about that for a minute. You work for 40 hours a week. Sacrifice this time so you can make more money, so you eventually can get more time. It doesn't really make sense too much. Also, another vision for family is I want to make a home that's a gathering place, something that I see myself in 5 to 10 years, either building a home or finding a home and renovating a home and making it a place that people can come to. The other vision for my family is I want to have passive income that allows me to live. The basics of my life are paid for. And then I will use side hustles for everything else. And then in 5 to 10 years, I would love to be able to spend a month in different places. 1 month a year, just go somewhere for a whole month and just enjoy that time to do more slow travel. Now, things change. This is not set in stone. It's on paper. Life's gonna throw me things that I'm gonna do something with, and it's gonna happen. So you have to be able to adapt. You have to be able to change directions, pivot. You have to be able to do those type of things, and I know that, and I'm okay with that, and I will do that. It's not, what is the new year gonna bring me? Or 2021 gonna bring me? It's, I know what I'm bringing to 2021, so 2021 better be ready. So that's the way we start off the year here. 2021, let's start off the year. Let's get going. Debt-free 2021. Let's do this right now, right? No more debt, no more stress in that sense, hopefully. More traveling. That's what I'm looking forward to. Some more traveling. I have a trip planned at the end of this month, which I'm super excited for.